इसी 24 ਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਚ ਟਿਊਨ ਅਪ ਕੀਤਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਤੇ ਖਰਚ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਵਧੀਆ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਯਾਦਗਾਰੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੋਵੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਗ੍ਰੈਜੂਏਸ਼ਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਤਸਵੀਰਾਂ ਦਿਨੋਂ ਦਿਨ ਆ ਰਹੀਆਂ। ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਬੜੇ ਫਖਰ ਨਾਲ ਉਹ ਤਸਵੀਰਾਂ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਅਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਬਾਦ ਦੇਣੀ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਗ੍ਰੈਜੂਏਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਅਕੈਡਮਿਕ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਅਗਲੇ ਪੜਾਅ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਦਮ ਰੱਖਿਆ। ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਬਖਸ਼ੇ ਜੀ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਮਾਣਦੇ ਰਹੋ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਦੂਜੀ ਗੱਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਨਮ ਦਿਨ ਮਨਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਐਨੀਵਰਸਰੀ ਮਨਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਮਿੱਠੀ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਵੀ ਲੋਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਅਤੇ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਕੋਈ ਨਵਾਂ ਜੀ ਆਇਆ, ਪੌਲ ਚੀਮਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਅਤੇ PC 24 RE ਟੀਮ ਦੀ 24 RE TV ਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਟੀਮ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਬਾਦ ਹੋਵੇ। ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਖੇੜਿਆਂ ਅਤੇ ਤਿਉਹਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਸਤ ਰੱਖੇ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕਰੋ, ਆਪਣੇ ਆਂਢ ਗੁਆਂਢ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੰਗਿਆਈ ਫੈਲਾਓ ਅਤੇ ਚੰਗਿਆਈ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੇਗੀ। ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਇੱਕ ਖੋਟ ਲੈ ਕੇ। ਕੋਟ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਮੀਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ BC ਤੋਂ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸੁਰਾ ਜੁੜਨਗੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਕੋਈ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਦੀ, ਕੋਈ ਜਨਰਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ, ਕੋਈ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੱਗਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੜੀ ਜਲਦੀ ਹੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਬਣਨਗੇ। ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਖੋਟ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ, ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਹਾਂ ਐਰੀਆਨਾ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਵੱਲੋਂ। ਐਰੀਆਨਾ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਗ੍ਰੀਕ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈ ਆਥਰ ਨੇ, ਸਿੰਡੀਕੇਟਿਡ ਕਲਮਨਿਸਟ ਨੇ ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਵੂਮਨ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ। ਇਹ ਫੋਰਬਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਮੋਸਟ ਪਾਵਰਫੁਲ ਵੂਮਨ ਲਿਸਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਆ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਟਾਈਮ ਮੈਗਜ਼ੀਨ ਦੇ 100 ਮੋਸਟ ਇਨਫਲੂਐਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਪੀਪਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਦਰਜ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ। ਐਰੀਆਨਾ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਐਂਡ ਦਾ ਗ੍ਰੀਕ ਨੇਮ ਐਰੀਆਨਾ ਸਟੈਸੀਨੋਪੋਲਸ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਈਮੇਲ ਨੋਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੇਟੈਸਟ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹੋ, ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਪੋਸਟ ਜਾਂ ਹਫ ਪੋਸਟ ਉਹ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੀ ਫਾਊਂਡ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਹੈ। ਐਰੀਆਨਾ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਨੇ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਪੋਸਟ ਲਾਂਚ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਬਲੌਗ ਐਂਡ ਐਜ਼ ਐਨ ਆਲਟਰਨੇਟਿਵ ਟੂ ਅਨਦਰ ਐਗਜ਼ਿਸਟਿੰਗ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇੱਕ ਮੈਗਜ਼ੀਨ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਡੇਲੀ ਪੋਸਟਾਂ ਅਪਡੇਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਆਲੇ ਦੁਆਲੇ ਕੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਆਲਟਰਨੇਟਿਵ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਲਾਂਚ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਸੀ। ਅਤੇ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਇਹ ਰਿਪਬਲਿਕਨ ਕਾਂਗਰਸਮੈਨ ਮਾਈਕਲ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਨੇ ਕੋਫਾਊਂਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਪੋਸਟ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਤਨੀ ਸੀਗੇ ਜੀ ਇਹ। ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਬਜ਼ ਫੀਡ ਵੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸ਼ੀ ਵਾਜ਼ ਏ ਪੋਪੂਲਰ ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਕਮੈਂਟੇਟਰ ਇਨ ਦ ਮਿਡ 1990s। ਇਹ ਗ੍ਰੀਕ ਤੋਂ UK ਗਏ, UK ਤੋਂ ਇਹ ਫਿਰ ਬਾਅਦ 'ਚ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ 'ਚ ਆਏ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਪੋਸਟ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਉਹਦਾ 2005 'ਚ ਲਾਂਚ ਕੀਤਾ। ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਪੋਸਟ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ AOL ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੇ ਬਾਇਆਊਟ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ। ਬਾਇਆਊਟ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਅਮਾਊਂਟ ਸੀਗਾ ਜੀ $315 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ, ਮੇਕਿੰਗ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਐਡੀਟਰ ਇਨ ਚੀਫ ਆਫ ਦਾ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਗਰੁੱਪ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਪੋਸਟ ਸੀਗੀ ਇਹ ਫਸਟ US ਰਨ ਕਮਰਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਐਂਟਰਪ੍ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਬਣੀ ਜੀ ਅਤੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪੁਲਿਟਜ਼ਰ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ। 2016 'ਚ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਰਿਜ਼ਾਈਨਡ ਫਰੋਮ ਦਿਸ ਹਫਿੰਗਟਨ ਪੋਸਟ ਅਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਖੋਲ੍ਹੀ ਹੈ 2016 'ਚ ਜਿਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਥਰਾਈਵ ਗਲੋਬਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਕਨੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ। ਹੁਣ ਕੁਝ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਨਾਲ ਕਨੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਕੀ ਹੈ, ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਸਟੱਡੀ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਪੜ੍ਹਿਆ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਨੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਆ। ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਕੰਟੈਂਪਰੇਰੀ ਰਿਲੀਜਨ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਸਟੱਡੀ ਕਰਨ ਗਏ ਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਇਹ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਆ, ਉੱਥੇ ਰਹੇ ਆ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਪਸੰਦ ਹੈਗਾ। ਤੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕਨੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਆ, ਪਰ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਕਨੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਤਲਬ ਸ਼ੋਅ 'ਚ ਹਾਈਲਾਈਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ 'ਚ ਸਟੱਡੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ INS ਕੋਈ ਏਜੰਸੀ ਨੂੰ ਈਮੇਲ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ 'ਚ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਹੈਜ਼ ਲੌਂਗ ਹੈਲਡ ਅ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਪਲੇਸ ਇਨ ਮਾਈ ਹਾਰਟ ਫਰੋਮ ਦ ਟਾਈਮ I went to study comparative religion at ਵਿਸ਼ਵ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ। ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਖੋਟ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਉਹ ਆ ਖੋਟ ਆ, ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆ ਗਈ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੋ ਲਿਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਨੋਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ we need to accept that we won't always make the right decision, that we will screw up royally sometimes, understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success। ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਹੀ, ਇੱਕ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਹੀ ਹੈ, ਆਪਣੀ ਇੱਕ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਡਾਇਲੈਕਟ 'ਚ ਕਹੀ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਅੱਖਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਬੜੀ ਸਟਰੋਂਗਲੀ ਕਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਫੇਲਿਅਰਸ ਆਰ ਦਾ ਪਿਲਰਸ ਆਫ ਸਕਸੈਸ, ਦੇ ਆਰ ਨਾਟ ਦਾ ਆਪੋਜ਼ਿਟ ਆਫ ਸਕਸੈਸ ਬਟ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਪਿਲਰਸ ਆਫ ਸਕਸੈਸ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਮੰਨ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਕੋਈ ਸਹੀ ਡਿਸੀਜ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਂਦੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਬੜੀ ਬੁਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡਿਸੀਜ਼ਨ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੇ ਇਹ ਸਮਝ ਲੈਣਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫੇਲਿਅਰ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਨਾਕਾਮਯਾਬੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਕਾਮਯਾਬੀ ਦਾ ਆਪੋਜ਼ਿਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਾ, ਬਲਕਿ ਇਹ ਉਸ ਕਾਮਯਾਬੀ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਹੈ। ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਰਜਮਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਠੀਕ ਹੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ, ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ 'ਚ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਲਿਓ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਲੇਟ ਖੁਦ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। So again, we need to accept that we won't always make the right decisions, that will screw up royally sometimes, understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success। ਇਸ ਸੋਚ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ 'ਚ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ ਤੋਂ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸੂਰਾ ਜੁੜ ਗਏ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਸ਼ੋਅ 'ਤੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ। ਪਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਸਾਡੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਭਰਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਤਿਕਾਰ ਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਐਡ ਰਨ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ 2 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ, ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੋਨਮੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਇੱਦਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਰਹੋ। ਪਾਲ ਚੀਮਾ ਹੁਣੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਾਪਸ ਜੁੜਨਗੇ। Are you looking for a reliable legal office that can handle your closing in the most effective manner? If yes, please get in touch with Rakesh Joshi at 416-213-8600. Joshi Law Office provides all the legal advices about real estate law, business law, immigration laws, notarization and affidavits, wills and trust. Give them a call today, 416-213-8600. Are you looking for reliable immigration services? If yes, contact Sukhi Paul at 647-296-4575 or office phone number 905-790-8877. They are located at 219-220 at 7956 Torban Road. It's right at the intersection of Torban Road and Steeles Avenue West. Contact them for all kind of visa services. Finding an honest and diligent insurance and investment advisor is a rarity these days. If you're looking for great advice, contact Mr. Bhupendra Mane, who is the regional director of Fastmo's Financial Center. They are located at Unit number 830 Top Flight Drive, Mississauga. Phone number to call is 647-448-6229. Give them a call today. Is your business suffering from performance? If yes, it is the right time to call Ravinder Duggi at 416-807-7986. You will find out the weak points and the points where the performance issues are paramount and help you fix those issues. Give her a call today. Do not be late. Are you looking to buy or sell your home or any commercial real estate? Yes, call me today at 647-333-2273 or 647-328-3279. I provide services in real estate and mortgages. I am mortgage broker with Call Mortgages Inc., where when we say yes, we stand behind our promise. Reach out to me today. Do you want to shop right without burning your pockets? If yes, please visit Monisha Discount Warehouse at 377 Burnhamthorpe Road, East Mississauga, Ontario. They are the best. They have all kind of Indian, Pakistani, and other local stuff that you can buy at literally throwaway prices. Contact them at 905 361 0773. Manisha Discount Warehouse. DP Jain is a well known name in the fields of accounting. You can contact him today at his cell number 416 305 0080 or his office number 905 790 9327. Once you start working with him, you will never want to leave him. He is 5-star professional. Call him today. DP Jain Professional Corporation. EC24 RE TV is heard over so many different channels. If you want to promote your business for free, call me at 647-333-2273. You can also send your artwork to contact@paulcheema.com. We are here to be partners in your business success. 647-333-2273. EC24 RE TV ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਮੈਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹੋਸਟ ਪਾਲ ਚੀਮਾ। ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਾਲ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਇੰਕ ਨਾਲ, ਜਿਹਦਾ ਲਾਇਸੈਂਸ ਨੰਬਰ 10845 ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਰੀਅਲ estate ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਰੀਮੈਕਸ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀਜ਼ ਨਾਲ, ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੋਨੇ ਲੈਵਲ ਦੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਿੰਡੋ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੋਏ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਲਿਓ 647-333-2273। ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸੂਰਾ ਜੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਬੜੀ ਜਲਦੀ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਫਿਲਹਾਲ ਜੋ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਿਹਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਠੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਫਿਕਸ ਕਰ ਲੈਣ ਦਿਓ ਬਿਫੋਰ ਆਈ ਬ੍ਰਿੰਗ ਦੈਮ ਔਨ ਦਾ ਸਟੇਜ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਲਈ ਜਾਓ ਜੋ ਨਹੀਂ। ਜਿੰਨਾ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਲਾ ਲਓ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਕਸਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ। So just stay with me for a little while. We'll bring him on screen right now. Yes, we have fixed the name. So Mr. Amritpal Sura, welcome to the show, sir. We have been looking for you very dearly. So I think I cut your face off. You look very short in the video. I will change it while we speak. Welcome, sir.
Welcome to you. Thank you for having me once again, and it's much appreciated. Yeah. So,
I love your presence on the show. This is a breather for me, and I like you to be there all the time. So don't ever miss my program.
No, not at all. And today, one of the things that happened, one of the important things also some buyers or even potentially sellers would consider is, having home alarms is something people overlook, right? So
Absolutely.
This morning, as I started quite early, all of a sudden my phone started to make a big noise. Mm-hmm. So the alarm system is integrated to our handheld devices, and I look at it and oh dear, the storage at the house has armed. So I call immediately. I call my mother and I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "Well, I don't know. I'm upstairs and the alarm's gone off." So I was so worried that again, you just never know, right? So basically, what had happened is, as I leave every morning, instead of pressing stay, because you can arm your alarm by pressing stay and then you can move around, I pressed the red house, which is away. So when my father got up in the morning, he was he put the alarm, like it basically alarmed, and then there was a report. I did end up going home just to check to make sure everything's fine. So,
And that cut
and
into
I think,
your daily routine, eh?
well, there you go. I mean, at the end of the day, there's all sorts of life surprises. But a point to note for buyers when they're looking, very important to think about. Okay, um, do I budget myself for an alarm system? Because insurance is gonna obviously look at that and say, okay, is the dwelling or is the property alarmed? Which makes it a little bit more of a basically everyone has to proceed with caution at the end of the day, whatever services you're providing. And then on the buyer's peace of mind, you're like, okay, the hard wiring is already done, so all I have to do is get the equipment, and we've got the safety and security that we need.
Yes, I totally agree with what you're saying. So alarms are really very important component of our lives these days. Because so many things are going on in people's minds. Some are very frustrated. The pandemic has caused a very huge damage to many people's mentalities. That's why mental health has become a very serious issue these days, and it's an industry people should actually support. They should donate to organizations that are running some programs about mental health. People are doing all kind of things, those robberies, those carjackings, those brawls in the mall. Most of them are because of mental issues, and that can be rectified with love and compassion. Things are really getting out of hand, and people do all kind of stuff. They think they are adventure, so theft is not considered as theft anymore. They think, oh, why, it's an adventure, let's do it. And it just for fun's sake before it becomes a hobby. So now these alarms, they literally save people. I will tell you one funny instance. Way back when I had just started into my real estate career, I was going to show a property to one of my close clients. We were friends also. So when I went there, and I opened the door and went inside, suddenly there was shrill alarm just went off.
Oh, wow.
And I was scared. I didn't have any means to control it. The office did not send me any caution about the alarm, and I didn't know, and I said, oh my God, now the cops are going to come and I know what they're going to do. And we just ran outside, locked the door and just ran away in our car. That was many years back. Then I told my broker, and she laughed at it. She said, that's okay, Paul, it's not your fault. So alarms like you got triggered today, it happens all the time with us.
Yeah.
And Amrit, I get nervous when alarming or disalarming the unit. I know in my mortgage office, I have to ask how to turn it on and how to turn it off. I think many alarms, they have similar standard feature like same away or something, but some do have weird ways to arm them too. So
Yeah.
one really
Some of
needs to
them, I
know
think,
what they're pressing.
Exactly. Add the code and then press away. So again, at the end of the day, it's all about safety and security. And like you said, we have to lean on some kind of being in a position that, okay, we're providing the safety and security not only for ourselves but also for the client and their families along their journey too. So very, very important.
Yes, so
Get an alarm.
alarms, and
Have an alarm,
the
get
second
an
thing is the cameras on your property. The surveillance system is a deterrent, and make sure they are visible to people so they can see, okay, the camera is there. It actually reduces chances of theft in your property or anyone trespassing your property. There are so many affordable gadgets these days. Amrit, people who live in farmhouses, they have sensors they place on the trees, so when someone is passing by unauthorized hours, they get triggered. And they start camera feeds and all those things. Oh my God, there are so many things, and I'm so much in love with these items. They give you peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Everybody has
Yeah.
a Ring Bell these days. Most of them have, and Ring Bell is Amazon product. People perhaps don't know it, but this is very popular, very affordable now.
Yeah. And I think
Anyways,
TELUS, they had a system. They had a promo where they include the ring bell for I think a number of years on any, if they're working on a new home construction project, that came part of the package. And you'd be able to see, which is great. And you can go all the way up into being able to audit who is entered, who is not entered, right? So just by
absolutely.
your fingerprint, you have access these days. So that's a good thing.
Absolutely. So we are biometrics and fingerprints, all these things together. So when you talk about security, I do want to point out here that when someone buys a new home, not a new home, a home, a resale home, and I don't know how it works, what happens, how they get the list. There are some unscrupulous people who get that list, and then they come to your door, they door knock, and they tell you that they are from this and this utility company. They want to have a look at the furnace or at their heating system or cooling system. And once they get there, they can actually put you in a contract with another provider without your knowledge, without your signature, and you cannot get out of the contract. Try whatever you may, but they are so very well protected, which is a very dangerous situation. So when someone shows up at your door saying, hey, they are from city and congratulations, you just bought this house, and people think, oh, they must be legit. They are dressed that way, a tie, and most of the time their ID cards will be flipped around. You cannot see that their names, or the names may be, fake. We don't know that. They come and then they say, oh, we have a tie with the hydro company or the water company, this and that. We will do this and that. So do not let them come in. Just kick them out. Just tell them to mind their own business, and tell them that you will call 911 if they don't step out of your property. Have you seen this happening there, Amrit? This has been going on here, and I got those visitors a couple times.
Yes, I had to they came to my parents' home, and I had to let the guy leave the property, and I was quite happy to guide him off. So that went okay. But then a couple of my clients, they being elderly, they were unfortunately at their they had ended up signing up, so it was on title. We had to get that removed. We had a lawyer reach out to the law firm, which happened to be in Ontario. It was an Ontario-based company that puts a lien on your house.
Yes.
And then you have to basically make a settlement. So for a $6 to $8,000 heat pump, in any traditional market throughout Canada, they're charging upwards of $26,000 to finance it, right?
Yes.
So
That's true.
beware. It's not like the olden days, the old salesman with the vacuum cleaners coming just to make a sale. It's not as simple as that. People are getting more and more creative on how to extract your hard-earned money.
Yes.
Be cautious. Be cautious
And it
at
is
all
very
times.
easy these days.
Yeah.
Many people don't shred away the documents that bear their names and addresses, so they already got, let's say, 50% of the information about who lives in this property. and there is a full-fledged industry whose only job is to sniff through the garbage bins and find any paper that can have that information. The rest is either send you an email or try to contact you, find your phone number. There are so many ways to find the phone numbers. And once they get the phone number, they say, hey, this is Paul Cheema. Yes, this is Paul Cheema. You live at 3563 Ladi Crescent. Can you just verify your PIN postal code? Yes, I do that. And they already got my trust. Little do I realize that they stole the information from the recycle bin, from paper that wasn't shredded. So try to shred. Shredders are very cheap and you can always use them. So this is really important. And we'll also talk about certain things today about when you buy a new home in a resale, how does thing work and what should you be aware of very shortly. So it was a good talk, Mr. Sura, and I'm happy that you initiated this talk about home security, which should be paramount. Ever since I put cameras around my house, I can rest easy. Recording is 24/7 and the data stays for about a week on my system, and I usually review them off and on. See who was looking at my house or went on my property at night, who was close to my car. 2 of my cars were stolen before, so I'm kind of very cautious. So what do we have for the Abbotsford housing market today, Amrit?
So, not only the housing market, but again, we've got some of the encouraging things is what I'm seeing is from a lot of the eastern provinces, we're getting a lot of immigration companies moving out this way. So as anywhere from Abbotsford all the way to Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, central hubs for a lot of migration. So I think people being in planning stage, they're setting up, making sure they're ready to be able to serve as many people as possible. Yes, interest rates are up. Interest rates are going to continue to be in a place which will affect the price. Will it affect the amount of the payment which stays stagnant through your amortization period? It's yet to be seen. I mean, is there a $1,000 difference over the course of the 5-year term, or is it a manageable difference? So I think banks are also putting their best foot forward in order to make things affordable for people, and then keeping in mind that there's going to be more newcomers coming in with a little bit more cash down, making things more manageable, and then taking further steps. So the reason I brought up the immigration specialists is because there's plenty of businesses, plenty of locations for businesses to set up and basically maintain presence, whether someone has taken a master license when they first immigrated to Canada on the East Coast, a master license franchisee for any kind of food service industry. They'll be able to sort of work within the parameters the franchise has said. You have to open within the next 5 years, between 10 and 20 locations of this particular brand. This is the criteria. So there's lots of spaces that I'm seeing that are available. So those things are getting more and more readily available for newcomers, as well as serial entrepreneurs locally. They're taking the leap of faith. I mean, the food industry, everyone's got to eat.
Yes.
Some of the relaxations that the government puts in place allows people to be a little bit more encouraged by getting out and about and doing the spending and encouraging, encouraging new businesses to come to play. So I'm seeing that. House prices wise, yes, there's a slight decline, continuous, anywhere between 5 and 10% over the last month, depending on what category it is. And then, what I have seen in the older age communities, there might be a slight period of stress, because when you get the downsizers, they've cashed out, they've got their substantial monies, and then they're bidding against other elderly folks who are in the same transitional stage, right? So, and prices are getting a little bit more, more and more accurate. They're not outlandish. So it's becoming, at the end of the day, more of a settled market. Yes, there's not as many deals happening, but still, we're still seeing consistent, sales happening. So that's a good thing.
Absolutely. Well, that's good news, because food industry is a close contact industry. It suffered the most, but at the same time, this is an industry that has very high returns. If I could just share this kind of in a lighter way, one of the person in Ohio I knew of, he said, well, they are literally selling water 5 times the cost.
Wow.
There's a lot of margin, a lot of profit. But if you do it right way, any business, if you do business right way, it always thrives. There are many restaurants, eating places that don't even take a good startup, because something is not working right. That is right here, mindset. Right mindset, and that works wonders. And some people try to make a quick buck out of any business. It never works right, because you try to do something which may be out of sync with the whole industry and putting it at a loss. Anyway, that's fabulous news, and I hope people will take advantage of that. I was reading this article in an online platform called CIC News, Amrit, and the immigration minister, Sean Fraser, is working on something that may enhance the chances for students and temporary international students and temporary work permit holders fastest route to PR system. So from this temporary visas, resident tier to PR program, it was launched in 2021 too, when government gave some extra points and gave PR status to so many students who were there during pandemic. So he is also given the task to work on certain points. I think his term starts on May and will end somewhere in September for this whole thing to make it more affordable. And to quote Fraser, it says, over the next number of months, we should be able to share some clarity as to what these pathways may look like, pathways to peership. And I'm really looking for it, because I think it's a huge opportunity for Canada. Right now, the express entry point is based on a couple programs like Federal Skilled Worker Program, Canadian Experience Class, and Federal Skilled Trades Program. I probably will try to get some immigration expert talk about these things, because it's not my piece of cake, the first thing. But what I see here, he has until September 8 to put forth a plan on the 6 points raised in the motion that was raised in BC. And the motion was put forward by Randeep Sarai. You probably know him. Randeep Sarai, the Member of Parliament for Surrey Centre, British Columbia. And the 6 points are giving more weight to in Canada work experience under economic immigration programs and expanding eligible occupational categories, examining evidence from other federal immigration programs, incorporating data on labor market and skills shortage to base immigration selection on persistent labor gaps, encouraging immigrant retention in smaller communities and francophone immigration outside Quebec, identifying mechanisms to reach quicker to changes in labor market needs and regional economic priorities. And finally, specifically consider occupations and essential services such as health services, caregivers, agriculture, manufacturing, service trades, and transportation. All these points, I guess to me it seems like they're trying to find a way combined with immigration program that will fill the labor shortage like we have these days. So labor need changes, immigration program adapts automatically to a new change and brings in more people from international communities, students or temporary resident workers here, which could be a good thing. So it stays to be seen what happens by September 8. So Sura, if the number of immigrants increases, housing market will go up again.
Absolutely. I mean, again, at the end of the day, there's a demand that needs to be met, right? So
Yes.
whether it's a rental demand or whether it's a personal use demand, investors are going to be able to mobilize more money in order to facilitate shelter. Because not everyone can land here immediately and have a down payment ready. They might be in a different situation. They might not be from, the Middle East or the Far East or, anywhere that might allow people to have more cash. They might be more ingrained in the Western societies. Like, I mean, I've run into people who are tradespeople, immigrated from the UK, and they're on a program locally with a local company offering that service. It obligates them to be there with them for 24 months. And so the demand will keep growing. At the end of the day, whether it's investors purchasing, apartment blocks or houses, which they can do, the main house and then a rental house or rental suite down below, or like a wonderful system they have in Surrey. They have a number of areas which allows a coach house. So above the garage for the main house, there is a 1 or a 2 bedroom apartment, which generates a good amount of income. And then they also have a bonus, 1 or 2 bedroom basement suite. So those kind of things are happening. That way, the main owner can live in the main house and then have 2 sources of income from that one property.
Yeah, I think the government tried to do that earlier in this area too, but they required, I think, some kind of legality status of the basement, and the red tape is very dangerous. It slows down the whole process. And when Ontario asked to set up a task force to find those issues, one of this was pointed out that the local councillor should not be given powers to challenge it. Province should have a uniformed program. So because what happens is when something goes on in my neighborhood, I reach my local councillor and I pressurize him. So local councillor, because they need your vote, they pressurize city, and city takes some decision that may be contrary to economic well-being of the community as a whole. They cave into pressures from the groups. So this is what they're trying to do. Okay, kill this scenario. No councillor can do this thing or that thing, and give incentives to municipalities that support more housing at affordable pricing than those that are not supporting those programs. It was launched last year, and many changes we saw in the budget as well. So those things are brought in from not in my backyard to yes in my backyard situation. So I hope those things are going to curb some housing shortage, but at the same time, more and more people coming into Canada are going to keep stressing the already shortfall in this housing market. I think we are looking at 432,000 new immigrants this year. Its half year is done, so we are getting into the second half of the year from tomorrow. That is a Canada Day for us, all of us. So I can say, oh, advanced happy Canada Day to you all. Do you know how much international students contribute to Canadian economy, Amrit? Sorry, sorry, give me 1 second. Sorry, so you got muted.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, I wouldn't know right off the top of my head, but it would be quite substantial at the end of the day. I mean,
Just make a ballpark guess.
So if you do $1,000 a student, and then if you think 200,000 half a year, it's a significant amount. Maybe 200 million.
Okay, so you are very close. Every year the students are contributing. Like as of 2018, the students contributed $22 billion to Canadian economy.
22 billion. Wow.
$22 billion, and on an average, a student that comes into Canada spends about $32,000 towards tuition and living expenses. These data are as of 2018. So we are talking 4 years later. So I would change that number from 22 billion to maybe $35 billion, and annual cost from 32,000 to let's say $55,000 now. This is how the economy has changed, shifted everything. Rent is very expensive these days. What was available for 300 in 2018 is available for 800 now.
Right.
So a lot of changes. Absolutely. But that's why students are very important. Immigration is very important to survive the Canada's Canadian economy. But then there is no housing. There is tons of land available, no housing. Everyone wants to live close to Toronto, or in your case, maybe the core centers of city for employment purposes. Why is all the employment focused in one place? Why don't they spread the opportunities? Why don't they open industries or offices away from Toronto or Surrey or BC, downtown area, so people can always move out? So isn't the government at fault when they just focus everything at one place, create a situation where everyone converges on a one city, and people are forced to travel? They talk about bringing transit closer to people's homes, but what about taking industry closer to people's homes so they don't have to travel? Won't that loosen the pressure on the housing market?
I think so. I mean, at the end of the day, infrastructure is the biggest thing anywhere anywhere that you think about how the best possible way to develop something. The quickest way is the road network system, right? If you're able to provide super highways which are going to take you to different communities, then it's going to be a lot easier to have the facility of an industrial center, an industrial hub, or a financial hub in a particular area. It would ease things down, but then again, when you look at the land mass, there's certain zoning and rezoning that needs to take place before any other infrastructure work can be planned. So roads and highways also need to be considered when you're doing the planning, right? At the end of the day. So is it cost effective to put a road through? In the United States, it might be not an issue because the budgets are considerably higher due to the fact that there's more taxation. There's definitely more taxation there because there's more population. Now, in order to attract more population to come to Canada, is it a feasible cost? I don't think, as far as the planning is concerned on a number of the projects here, they just never thought it would grow this fast, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it even looking at Abbotsford being a small city within the Fraser Valley, you're looking at I think 160,000 residents at the present time, right?
160,000 residents?
Approximately. I mean, they're trying to make it to 200,000 by 2030. So the last I checked, I think it is 160 odd population of Abbotsford. I mean, it's a very the community is again it thrived on the basis of agriculture and providing food supplies not only in BC but throughout Canada, because you'll see that places within this area are easier to farm, which is why there's a lot of Punjabis that live here.
Okay.
149,000, 2017.
149,000.
That is 2017 records.
Oh wow. That's the population, right?
Yes.
Wow. So a couple things can be done. I think government is only focusing more and more on the housing needs at the time and trying to hammer down people saying, hey, this is what it is. But I say, why can't they move the industry out? Take it closer to people so that they can have a place where the housing is cheaper. Well, move the industry 3 hours from here. Everyone, even from Brampton, which are very populated places, we do not have enough employment here. People travel to downtown Toronto or other areas. They all converge, putting pressure on highways and streets and causing traffic jams, causing accidents all the time, and taking parents away from children for a longer time because they have to commute now. So industry should be shifted out. They should not be releasing permits for newer industry. They should say, Apple wants an office, okay, go move outside. Amazon wants a warehouse, okay, move out there, go there, close to community where land is cheaper, housing is cheaper. People can have a break. So we'll come back to you very soon. We'll just take a quick break for our friend in business. Please try to give your business to them. We'll be back soon. Thank you. Are you looking for a reliable legal office that can handle your closing in the most effective manner? If yes, please get in touch with Rakesh Joshi at 416-213-8600. Joshi Law Office provides all the legal advices about real estate law, business law, immigration laws, notarization and affidavits, wills and trust. Give them a call today, 416-213-8600. Are you looking for reliable immigration services? If yes, contact Sukhi Paul at 647-296-4575 or office phone number 905-790-8877. They are located at 219-220 at 7956 Torban Road. It's right at the intersection of Torban Road and Steeles Avenue West. Contact them for all kind of visa services. Finding an honest and diligent insurance and investment advisor is a rarity these days. If If you are looking for great advice, contact Mr. Bhupendra Mane, who is the regional director of Fastmo's Financial Center. They are located at Unit number 830 Top Flight Drive, Mississauga. Phone number to call is 647 448 6229. Give them a call today. Is your business suffering from performance? If yes, it is the right time to call Ravinder Duggi at 416 807 7986. You will find out the weak points and the points where the performance issues are paramount and help you fix those issues. Give her a call today. Do not be late. Are you looking to buy or sell your home or any commercial real estate? Yes, call me today at 647 333 2273 or 647 328 3279. I provide services in real estate and mortgages. I am mortgage broker with Akal Mortgages Inc., where when we say yes, we stand behind our promise. Reach out to me today. Do you want to shop right without burning your pockets? If yes, please visit Monisha Discount Warehouse at 377 Burnhamthorpe Road, East Mississauga, Ontario. They are the best. They have all kind of Indian, Pakistani, and other local stuff that you can buy at literally throwaway prices. Contact them at 905 361 0773. Monisha Discount Warehouse. D.P. Jain is a well-known name in the fields of accounting. You can contact him today at his cell number 416-305-0080 or his office number 905-790-9327. Once you start working with him, you will never want to leave him. He is 5-star professional. Call him today. D.P. Jain Professional Corporation. EC24 RE TV is heard over so many different channels. If you want to promote your business for free, call me at 647-333-2273. You can also send your artwork to contact@paulcheema.com. We are here to be partners in your business success. 647-333-2273. We welcome you back in PC24 RE TV's daily broadcast from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. This broadcast is streamed live on social media, YouTube channel. So if you are watching it on YouTube channel, can I please ask you to like, subscribe and share the channel with your friends. We promise to provide the right information, the information that is going to help you make a very informed decision whether buying a house or selling a house or just staying updated in the market. We are talking with Amritpal Sura, who belongs to Abbotsford, BC. He comes here every Thursday. We will ask him if he wants to come more than one day, but he has a very tight schedule. He can be reached at 778-999-1531. Once again, 778-999-1531, 778-999-1531 ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ BC ਬਾਰੇ, ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਿਊਨਿਸਪੈਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਹੀ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਣਗੇ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਸਹੀ ਰਾਏ ਮਿਲੇਗੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਕਿੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ। ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨਵੇਂ ਮਕਾਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੇਲ ਸੀਗੀ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਠੰਡੀ ਪੈ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। ਸੁਣਨ 'ਚ ਆਇਆ ਕਿ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਮਕਾਨ ਸਾਲ 2 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਬੁੱਕ ਕਰਾਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਾਰੀ ਹੁਣ ਆ ਗਈ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਬੜੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲ ਦਾ ਸਾਹਮਣਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅਪਰੇਜ਼ਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਠੀਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਹੇ। So Mr. Sura, the new houses that people booked couple years back, 1 or 2 years back, they are closing now, but people don't have funds to cover the shortfall because the appraisals came low. There is an anticipation that over 25 to 30% closings may not even happen. And those people may lose their deposit, which runs into a big amount. $200,000, $100,000, $300,000 based on what kind of house they booked up. Nobody saw this coming. This is where people are caught in this quagmire. They can go nowhere now.
It's yeah. I mean, pre-planning obviously would have helped. I think the fear of losing something which you don't have encouraged people to put the deposits down, thinking, okay, it's going to be a robust market for the next 10 years. We just never know. Maybe integrating with a financial professional like yourself as well, understanding the risks, right? At the end of the day, you want to be able to complete. Otherwise, the financial ramifications are going to be leaving you a massive shortfall moving forward. Now, if the developer has to sell at a loss, they would be they would be keeping the deposit. If they're able to sell without a loss, then it should be returnable. But depending on how the contract is structured, and developers' contracts are often heavily developer-sided, right? So being cautious before making a commitment, seeing your financial mortgage pro, your bank, to make sure that that you're able to get to a position of getting completed. So there is a slowdown. Obviously, there's going to be many developers thinking, all right, well, this is not going to happen in rapid course. Maybe they should hold off. So I think the government needs to implement a strategy that will help ease the issues, and then also provide support not only to the developers but also the lenders who have committed to somebody who's got a rate hold for 60 months, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure if you're engaging with any financial institutions that offer pre-sale pre-approvals.
Well, they do offer pre-sale pre-approvals, but now with the changing demographics and all, when they say approval for long term, I don't think they are going to hold the rate. Many such banks, they work with builders as a package, saying, okay, we'll pre-approve them and hold the price. So I don't know if there's a delay, how they will react to the delay. But I don't think any bank would be able to give the rate when the prime was 0.25%. It will be extremely, they always have a clause somewhere that says bank can revise any pre-approvals. Banks keep themselves safe all the time. I don't think they will honor those rates anymore. People are going to lose many houses just because of that. Talking about new homes, so some people are buying new homes in resale. When I say new home in resale, the houses are less than 5 months old or 3 months old, or somebody just closed it and is selling it off. So then trade-in warranty is still existent on the new homes. So people do not know that trade-in warranty is on the property, not on the person. So when the property sells, you are not a new home buyer, but you are just a new home buyer, or just new home buyer, because you bought a resale which was just completed from the builder a few months back. The trade-in warranty does not automatically shift to you. You have to apply for it. You have to open an account on Tarion, which is called My Home. Fill in some forms, tell them that you are the owner of this property now. So any claim that comes in will go to you. And make sure you find out from the previous sellers if they filed any claim and which is in the progress. You would be able to see those claims in your My Home portfolio. Please do sign up. The moment you buy a new home in resale, go to Tarion.com, create your account, tell them that you own this house, and so that they can transfer the Tarion warranty in your name for future. So do not be left out. It is not automatical. The lawyers will not be able to do that. Agents will not be able to do that. Only you can do that. So for more information, please hit www.tarion.com. It is 11:30 and we are at end of the program. Thank you very much, Mr. Amrit Sura. Is there anything you want to say and which you didn't get a chance to?
No, absolutely. I mean, I think you've covered everything. With obviously new home warranty, they've got the same system here. You know, the bchousing.org has similar thing here. Once you buy a new house, it stays with the property, and then if you have any claims, you'd have to go ahead through home warranty, right? So,
yes, that is important. People forget it. They do not transfer the home warranty and then it is too late. So please make sure the moment you move in, the closing happens, make your My Home account on Tarion.com. And similarly, like Amrit Sura said, so try to find out BC New Home Warranty Program. You will find the website automatically. They are very easily accessible. So make sure you have your account. Tarion is transferred in your name, and you can enjoy the benefit. If there is any construction error, the warranties last up to 7 years. There are different warranties. They exist for different purposes. So find out what kind of problem you got and how much warranty coverage you left. So there is a 1-year warranty, there is a 2-year warranty, there is a 7-year warranty. So make sure you know about those warranties. We'll talk more about this Tarion warranty tomorrow in our broadcast. Till then, I would like to take your leave, and we thank Mr. Sura for being here. Your presence is very invaluable, Mr. Sura. Anyone who wants to talk to Mr. Sura, please call him at 778-999-1531 for any advice. Remember one thing, they are 3 hours behind us. So don't call him at 7 a.m. He might still be sleeping. So wake him up when it is around 7 o'clock in BC, which is around 10 a.m. in Toronto, in Ontario actually. So for those families who lost their beloved one today, we sympathize with their situation. We will pray to God for peace to the departed soul, and we'll also pray to God for strength to you to overcome this tremendous loss. So we will take your permission now. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Whenever you watch, please leave your comment. Once again, I request you to like, subscribe and share our YouTube or Facebook group channel by the name of PC24 RE TV. Thank you very much. Good day to you all. Bye, Mr. Sura.